Boom. All right, everyone.
Hey.
Hey. Welcome to the Get to the Point Review podcast.
Woo.
I am your co-host, Kelly McKinney of Home Out Productions.
And I'm your other co-host, Josh Gibson from Fourth Wall Players.
And this week, we are coming to you with episode 18.
Live.
And we had a theme for this episode of ensemble films, which is why what we went ahead and tackled was the newest Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2021.
Right.
And, wow. I feel like, because this is one of those ones where it was like, it was totally spoiled to me before I watched it.
Yeah, there was a lot of...
So I do wonder if that sort of shaped my opinion on the film. But why don't you go ahead and start us off, if you'd like to, with your Get to the Point review.
So, real quick, funny enough, this actually wouldn't even meet my prerequisites for the actual 5 that I chose for ensemble movies. Because very clearly, Idris Elba was the main character in this film.
Yeah.
Like,
right.
It wasn't even... Anyway,
Yeah.
Sorry. So, my Get to the Point review for The Suicide Squad 2021. James Gunn proves to the world that DC can, in fact, be good. These psychedelic visuals combined with unashamed adult humor and themes help sell the cast of Misfits. The third act is kind of generic, but the movie is saved by a weirdly emotional scene and Sylvester Stallone earning that King Shark paycheck.
He really did, didn't he?
He
yes.
did.
Like, because he was... Well, yeah, okay. I think the best way is just to go into it, and then we
Do
can
it.
discuss the film.
Do
so,
it.
To summarize The Suicide Squad, I'd say that this really is the Suicide Squad, isn't it? How is it I can be both enthralled and bored to tears at the same time?
Yeah.
Like, I genuinely enjoyed the film.
Yeah.
But at the same
It
time...
dragged a lot, though, too.
I felt like it dragged. Not only that, but this was one of those, like, it's truly standalone. Because it's weird that I don't want more. Right? Like, that's what
True,
the movie
yeah.
didn't leave me wanting more.
Right.
Like, there wasn't any unanswered questions. I'm not going to be upset, and I'm definitely going to watch the John Cena spinoff show. Naturally. Because, I mean,
Yeah.
that was... He did great in his
He did,
role.
yeah, he was...
That's a truly ensemble cast
Mm-hmm,
as far as like just ensemble cast. But yes, Idris
Yes.
Elba is very, very clearly the main protagonist.
Right.
Yeah, but so yeah, it's crazy because it's almost like the first one didn't happen. You know, like if you can
Almost.
forget it.
Yeah, they're kind of just like, let's just pretend like that didn't happen.
And they made that very clear in the opening scene, where they
Yeah.
spent no time introducing everybody, but
None.
they still did the slow-mo
Yeah.
BS
Yeah,
from the
yeah.
first one. And then they went ahead and killed all those people.
Yeah, so they basically took killing the one random guy who was the only one without an introduction in the first one, and they expanded it and said, let's kill 10 random guys. But this time, make them actors that most people will be excited to see on this movie so we control them.
Yeah, who played Weasel?
That was Sean Gunn.
Sean Gunn, okay.
James's brother. He also does Kraglin, and he does the mocap for Rocket.
Yeah, yes, yeah,
Yeah.
okay, yeah,
Marvel.
that's great. So, up until like just a couple of weeks ago, I had no idea who Pete Davidson was.
Yeah.
I had no
but
idea.
But now you're all up about that Pete Davidson, aren't
I'm
you?
not all about it. I just am familiar with his work, and I was like, okay, this was a good Pete Davidson appearance.
It was.
It really was.
And I was totally fine with him dying. I was like, okay, cool.
I was dying laughing when he's freaking out about the werewolf. Like, that
Yeah.
was so Chad. That
Yeah.
was so Chad. And to have a Chad as a superhero was
Yeah.
pretty funny, just overall.
Right.
So I thought that was a lot of fun. Some of the callbacks were a little, like, obvious. He kills the bird.
Yeah.
You know, I just want to call him Mary Poppins, y'all.
Michael Rooker.
Michael Rooker, yes, good lord. You know, and then the bird's eating his brains out. But they made it clear what was going on with the film, though, and
Right.
that was a lot of fun.
Right, yeah. They didn't shy away from it.
No. Yeah.
I don't understand why when you've got action movies that take place on a South American country, they always have some sort of resistance group that meets up with the good guys, and you have the subplot of we're trying to overthrow tyranny, and it's just like
Okay, but that was a hell of a meetup.
Okay,
Where they
fine.
met up with the good guy.
Right.
Oh.
So that was fun. I mean, they basically made that entire. I feel like they made that entire subplot just to have that joke of where they like kill the entire camp and like they're actually
How
good
did
guys.
you guys get past security?
Yeah.
Why did my men alert?
That being
here?
said, that was a pretty kick-ass scene. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, no, it was fun, and that it's interesting.
And it was a
how,
one-shot for the most part, wasn't it?
Um,
I'd have to watch it again, but
I
it was
feel
a
like
very
the John
extended.
Cena action. I don't think it was shot in a one shot. I just think it
But
was
it looked
shot
like
in a
it was.
way that made
Yeah.
it feel
like it looked like the camera
congruent.
was following
Yeah,
them.
yes,
Yeah.
they did. They definitely did that. They did a lot
Yeah.
of camera movement for that.
Mhm.
And this did. I mean, you know, of course, James Gunn, right?
Yeah.
But this brought the over the top Marvelness
Yes.
to DC in the right way.
And it worked for this brand, like for this specific movie.
Yeah,
I thought.
yeah, it really did. Yeah, so I'm definitely excited to see the.
And like I can't think of a single actor that did a bad job. I was a little disappointed with like how they kind of turned the Thinker into basically a joke. I mean,
Yeah.
like what the hell was that about?
Right. Well, I mean, especially considering like just swimming away. Oh, I mean,
No.
the Thinker. Yes.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Well, and then when you find out what he did and like the way they tidied it up, it wasn't in a way that felt satisfying.
Right.
It was just like they did it to tick it off of the sheet.
Yeah,
Like,
it's like,
okay,
oh, that's
well, the
lame.
Thinker needs to get eaten by the monster because
that's
because it should
lame.
be,
That's
and they
lame.
did. They killed him, and so it was like. Yeah, it was like very much of it was checklisty, and I think that's part of why I was left like I'm not
Right.
dying for another one. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, I thought they did a good job of making it, like you said. I felt like it was a very isolated story, because of the fact they killed almost all of the main characters. It's kind of like, well,
if anything,
I've
they
seen
set
enough.
up-
I don't want to say I've seen enough Harley Quinn, but I'm not like starving for more Harley Quinn because
No, but what they did do is, being that they left the opportunity for the surviving heroes or anti-heroes to sort of split up and do their own things. They've opened the door to some like interesting series.
Yes.
Like, so Peacemaker having his own series, it's like, is it just because they couldn't afford Idris Elba? Because I wouldn't mind watching more, of like. I could see one series that's continuing, like just the Suicide Squad, the series.
That'd be an
that's
interesting.
Continuing.
That'd be an interesting question.
Opposite.
That'd be an interesting question to put up on a poll or something. Like, who do you think's more expensive, John Cena or Idris Elba? I honestly don't know the answer to that question.
That
You would think it'd be John Cena because he's so much more of a megastar, but Idris Elba is gold. He's making your movie money, right?
Yeah, I would think that Idris Elba is more expensive. Because, see, in my mind, no offense, John Cena, I think of Idris Elba as a bigger star than John Cena.
Acting?
As far as, yes, acting, right.
But John Cena's a bigger star across platforms.
But he's also a huge philanthropist.
There is that.
Have the right mindset for the series, or like, hey, we're going to donate 2% of all of our profits to and then he's like,
Possibly.
I'll do it for free.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's John Cena.
I doubt that.
He's got like, I don't know, a heart of something
What is
fluffy.
this?
I don't know, something, cotton candy heart or something. He's a great guy. That's what he's like known
I don't
for.
disagree with you. Like,
Yeah.
and I think comedically he's amazing. So.
Yes, yeah, he sure is.
Yeah, so that's a good poll question though. I do wonder what the answer to that is. 'Cause
Yeah.
I almost go the other way.
Yeah.
Just because of the fact John Cena branches multiple entertainment venues,
Yeah, but, like besides him being, like, even when I think of his wrestling, I just think of the reason kids love him is because he spends time with his fans.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like, so I don't know. He's just
If they both went to a convention, who charges more for their autograph?
who charges more.
Oh,
for
that'd
their
be Idris
autograph.
Elba. That's
Yeah.
not even close.
Yeah. again, we're leaning towards
That
Idris
doesn't mean
Elba.
he's more valuable. Oh, anyway, sorry, we're getting off track here. Get the point reviews.
No, yeah. So the review on the review, though.
Right. You want me to go first? Or
Yeah. It was RogerEbert.com, right?
Yes, Brian Tallarico, who works for RogerEbert.com. My get to the point review on his review was he does well showcasing the good and the bad. was a bit more into the adult comedy of the movie that most adults I know, thankful that I know. Oh, then not that. He's a bit more into the adult comedy of the movie than most adults I know. Thankfully, he was brutally honest about the snooze fest that was the pre-climax. Because that was pretty boring.
Yeah.
But once Starro, like, busts out, he's gigantic. It's awesome again.
Yeah, for a minute, yep.
Yeah, for a minute.
For a minute.
For a minute.
I thought it was interesting that he gave it 3 stars, but he seemed to really like the movie.
Right.
Like, just 3 stars. He does list what's both good and bad about it. But this review is like the movie. If these movies were an Olympic competition, like if both Suicide Squads were like Olympic competitors, and the original movie set the bar really low, and then this movie cleared the low bar, the announcer just went wild and starts jeering at like the first movie. That's what it felt like to me.
Right.
Like the bar was set really low with the first movie. This guy, they cleared it because it's easy to do. And then the guy was like, "Oh my gosh,
and I get,
in your face!"
I get this is like exactly what they were looking for, but it almost felt too Guardians-y to me.
Well, I mean, because it's James Gunn and it's the same...
Which I get is what they were looking for. But,
right. Well, so in those regards, success.
Yeah.
Right. But the thing is that it's... If I have to look at the Suicide Squad and Guardians of the Galaxy, because of... Guardians of the Galaxy wins.
Easily.
Well,
not even close.
No, I guess not. But as far as like the similarities between the two movies, it's like they're super similar.
They're very similar, but Guardians, it was just because of... and sometimes this is why context matters.
Yeah.
Well, no. I mean, context matters. I mean, when Guardians did it, it wasn't like the thing to do. But because Guardians was so successful when they did it, everyone else is like, "Oh, I want to do this." This isn't even like DC's first attempt at trying to make a comic-heavy movie. Like they had Shazam, which was supposed to be, combine the dark with the comedy or whatever. And
yeah, but then they took the...
Yeah. Okay. Let's not get into Shazam. We're not we're not reviewing that one today.
Good thing. Yeah.
All right. So we both did our reviews on the review. Do we want to get into the bulk of the show now?
I guess so. Yeah. Our 5 favorite ensemble films.
5 favorite ensemble films. So there wasn't really any specific what is one looking for limitations to these selections. I gave myself one because I had so many options. I was like, I've got to narrow it down.
Right.
So mine is, and it's flexible, but mine is for the most part taking away the names of the actors. In most of these movies, you don't really have a solitary main character.
Right. Yeah. They each. Yeah. And when I basically looked up, I was like, okay, let's see if someone defines ensemble film, and they basically define it by that. Although it's a principal cast of well-recognized actors, they all share equal screen time.
Right.
Essentially.
Right. So like Scrubs is an ensemble show, but Zach Braff is the main character.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I didn't have anything like that. So,
all right, or in like the Suicide Squad.
Or in the Suicide Squad. Idris Elba is clearly the main character.
Idris Elba is clearly the main character.
Like not even close. All right. Okay, so my first get to the point review is Best in Show.
No, go ahead.
Dog lovers all across America compete to see which one of their fur babies is number one. A true ensemble in that every member gets fairly equal screen time, and there is no clear protagonist. The comedic performances were highlighted by some of the best comedians of the 90s, and they all improved, and they spent time improving on everything, all but, it was a 16-page script, and it was all improv, so.
Yeah, yes. So Lynn Berthel says Best in Show, and it's because she knows what's coming next. Okay, so I told you I took a cop out.
Yeah.
All right, well then, let me do my first get to the point review and say anything by Christopher Guest.
Oh. I specifically did one by him, but yeah.
Which would be, so because it's absurdist comedy at its very finest in mockumentary form. Mm-hmm. Whether you're talking about Spinal Tap, A Mighty Wind, Best in Show.
For your consideration.
Yeah, for your consideration. I mean, and this guy's also responsible for Princess Bride, Little Shop of Horrors, Almost Heroes. Like, so many movies that
we've already reviewed.
Both already reviewed and love to death. It's great.
Have them all on DVD.
Yeah. Okay, so There we go. That's my get to the point review on anything by by Christopher Guest.
The next one's Wes Anderson. I'm
Shut
assuming.
up.
I'm psychic. No.
All
right. So my next get to the point review, and this movie is near and dear to my heart, is 12 Angry Men, the original one. Movie inspired me to be an actor. 12 members on a jury must decide the fate of a kid looking at death. One has an attack of conscience and wants to be sure. He wears out the rest of them over the course of the film until they all decide to find him not guilty. And the messed up part is he probably was guilty.
Yeah, that's a good one. I think we had. Did I already review that one when we did Chamber House? Or
we probably did.
Plays turned into movies.
Plays turned into movies. I probably did. We did plays
and
turned into
you were
movies.
mad that you'd missed it.
Yeah, you got it. Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is weird. Why would I miss that?
Good one. Yeah. Oh, well, I mean,
I'm obsessed with that movie.
Because I think it's because you think of it as a chamber house.
That's true. I don't.
You didn't go. Oh, well, it was a play first.
Yeah, maybe.
So I think that's probably why. Okay, well then, while we're talking about like sort of trials, crime, etc., I guess that would be a good one to go into. Babel would be my next one from 2006. I wrote a book about kids playing with guns once. Let's hope I can get Brad Pitt for my movie.
Yeah? Where can you find that book?
Yeah, that's on Amazon. Two Boys, a Gun in Summer.
Amazon, Two Boys, a Gun in Summer.
That's right,
All right.
yeah. Should we
Look
have
that
an
up.
edited version and a new cover coming out before the end of the summer, hopefully.
Cover.
And also, when it comes to this movie, I completely forgot about the deaf girl. So when rewatching it, it was like, whoa. Do you remember what I'm talking about in Babel? Have you seen Babel?
I haven't. I've not seen it yet.
Oh my gosh, you haven't and have not seen it. That's one of those ones that everyone has on DVD and they don't know why.
Well, I got it. To be fair, I got it like in a 4-pack Brad Pitt movie thing.
Oh yeah, nice. Okay.
So that one, and I think Seven and Curious Case and Troy. I think were the 4. So I mostly got it for Troy. Let's not kid ourselves.
That's a great movie.
Yeah, that's right. Best in Show is an amazing movie.
Yes, it is.
Lynn Brethel.
That's I already read that comment. That's Heidi.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
So yeah. So Babel would be the other one.
Yeah.
I had, because that's basically what it's about. Two
Right.
kids playing with a gun and how that impacts
How it
the
impacts,
whole world.
yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely, I do want to watch it. I just haven't gotten around to it.
It's a good one. It's a good one.
So my next get to the point review is Clue, which is another just amazing movie that I think we've probably mentioned before. Best movie based on a game ever. This all-star comedic cast runs us through a speed play of this popular Hasbro game. Tim Curry as the butler steals a lot of the show, but every actor has their parts played to perfection.
Unlimited says she almost had a breakdown when watching Babel.
Oh.
It's pretty.
I'm about to say it's probably really emotional and intense, I would imagine.
Yeah. Now, it's different and emotional and intense than another drama that I have on my list.
Oh.
Yeah. Which would be Crash. 2004.
That's a good ensemble one. Brendan Fraser.
Is.
Man.
I know, right? And I forgot that he was in it. So when we were rewatching it, it was like, oh, hey, Brendan Fraser. So I kind of have this is a 2-part review here, because we've got, this is the sort of funny one, 2 prominent themes in this movie. Racism, and everyone has their own shit going on. It cleverly shows us that not everything is black and white, except for, obviously, racism. Except for racism, yeah. But it's a tragic, heart-wrenching drama about racism in America, which is every bit as bad today. And that's how I'd summarize Crash, 2004.
It's a good one.
It's worth the watch. You'll recognize everybody in it. It's an ensemble cast.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So my next get to the point review is Cloud Atlas. Following 6 different stories in 6 different genres that turns into the Tom Hanks connected universe. Sorry. Having the actors play parts in all 6 stories does help cement the theme of connectivity, even if it does make me cringe to see people in yellowface. Hugh Grant was a surprisingly good villain for the ones that he was in, and this isn't part of my review, but just as an add-on, I think he outdid Hugo Weaving. I didn't think Hugo Weaving was that great in that one.
Huh. See, and I haven't seen that one.
Right.
But what it made me think of was, because you said 6 different stories interweaving, it made me think of Magnolia.
Right, right.
Which almost made my list.
Mm.
Almost made my list.
Yeah, because it's based on the book. Apparently, I haven't read it. My sister read it. She told me that the way the book is written, they go chronologically, like when they take place. So you do the first half. So you do like first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. Do all of six, then fifth, fourth, third, second, first, and that's how it's written and how the story is told, which is awesome.
Interesting.
Which probably never happened in a movie format. But
Yeah, no, that's crazy. Well, you mentioning that it was like so many different genres coming into a Tom Hanks universe
Yeah.
puts perfectly into my next one, which would be anything by Quentin Tarantino.
There we go.
Because few films contain aspects of nearly every genre of film, but QT's movies tend to do just that.
Yeah.
Romance, action, drama, horror, all are present in his catalog of work. So almost every film has like a little bit of every genre.
Right.
And so it's kind of hard to categorize his films, and that's what I love about it. Like anything by him is definitely like, an ensemble cast.
Oh, easily, yeah.
Every time.
And that is one thing I do like about Tarantino is he doesn't have wasted characters in the ensemble.
No, yeah, well, and part of that's because of his like filmmaking style and his writing style too. Is that it's sort of like Scorsese, where words are weapons, or
yes.
They're always wise and deep, like almost everything, even the stuff that seems mundane and everyday.
Right.
Like has an underlying purpose.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the best of M. Night Shyamalan. All right.
Oh, wow. Okay. So did you just give your fourth one?
Yeah.
Okay. So my last get to the point review is on Rent. 525,600 viewings later, and Rent still has some of my favorite sing-along songs. The show is better, but the movie still contains a lot of charisma. Jesse L. Martin is my singing Patronus, but Anthony Rapp is my musical voice doppelganger. Oh yeah, they were Broken Head Aids. Once again, well-arranged music. I will say, 10 years ago, I thought it was very unbelievable to have a bunch of people in their early 30s complaining about not being able to pay rent or have jobs. Now that I'm in my early 30s, it makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, well,
so it aged better than
and this
than you'd think it would.
Right. Well, but it's interesting though too, because if you take a look at like the figures, the economy was definitely much better.
Yeah.
In the 90s, right?
Yeah.
Like a one person having a full-time job could take care of an entire household.
Right.
If they had one that was well paying enough.
Yeah.
Basically, anything just above entry level was paying all of your bills.
Right.
So yeah, like it's crazy because nowadays everyone in the household has to work.
Yeah.
Basically, just to make it.
My 9-year-old's getting a job, so.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. All right. Well, Rent, like, it was like, oh man, I can't believe I didn't think of that one too. That's a great one.
Right.
And that movie makes me cry, just like Crash did. God, Crash.
Yeah, I cry every time Roger sings too.
Yeah.
Oh, you meant like emotional parts?
Yeah, emotional
My bad.
parts. Yeah, no.
I'm gonna get a lot of hate for that one.
Well, Crash, man, the last like 20 minutes is just like a sob fest.
Yeah.
The whole thing. All right, I guess my last one would be my last cop out. Anything by Wes Anderson. Yeah, more amazing, absurdist humor and an artistic wide shot that may confuse some folks. I'm Rick. Hello, new to the stream, but let me get to the point. I have a question. Oh, please.
Yeah, we'll interrupt this program for your questions.
Shoot, man. Let's hear the question. I'm Rick. I'm Ric Flair, because that's what the picture shows. It's awesome.
I guess while we're waiting, you can finish your get to the point review.
No, but that was it.
Oh, that was it.
That may confuse some folks. We got the wide shots that may confuse them. Because, admittedly, Wes Anderson, not everything is. Those movies aren't for everybody. Like the.
I'm not a gigantic Wes Anderson. I did like he did Steve Zissou, right?
Yeah.
I did like that one. Yeah.
Team Zissou.
Yeah, I did. I loved that one.
Yeah, The Life Aquatic.
Life Aquatic. Yeah, I didn't. What was the one where they were like a family, that they were like a rich family?
The Royal Tenenbaums.
Yeah, I didn't like that one.
I really liked that one. I promise me to hold you to the answer. Okay. Okay.
What does it say?
They said it's pretty involved. I promise not told you the answer. We'll keep the stream going until about 2:50 since we started at 2.
Yeah.
But yeah, so anything by Wes Anderson for sure. Yeah, see, I love Royal Tenenbaums. Mainly the, like, in Wes Anderson films, they really let, Owen Wilson.
I love Owen. You got a point there.
Yeah,
I do
like,
love
especially in
Owen
Royal Tenenbaums, like,
Mhm.
you know, his joke about mescaline.
Yeah.
You know, like why he's a cowboy all the time.
Yeah.
And then the whole, the obscurity of Gwyneth Paltrow's character smoking in the bathroom, like she smoked her whole life and doesn't want to let anyone. My first exposure to Wes was Bottle Rocket. Yeah, which I've seen too. That's another absurd one.
And that's both Wilson brothers too.
That's
right?
both Wilson brothers,
Yeah.
Luke Wilson and Owen Wilson.
Wow.
Okay, how often do you trim your toenails? I try mine twice a week. Is that too often? I'm not a doctor.
We aren't not legally allowed to give medical advice.
Yeah, hashtag not medical advice. Trim mine twice a day. Is that too often?
Probably. I think
Are
you
your
might
toes
be
bleeding?
I think you might be a werewolf. Rick.
You might be. Wow.
Wow.
You're a wizard, Harry.
You're a
Yeah,
wizard,
you might
Harry.
be a werewolf. That's a good one. Bottle Rocket is a.
I mean, it's not
is a
good
great
for
movie.
you. It's a very serious condition.
Right. Yeah, no, I'm like, you know, I don't know, man. Lycanthropy. That's, you know, people who are, you know, Team Jake or whatever might disagree with you. You know, you don't want to.
I am not
angry
like,
werewolves
I-
storming the podcast.
Yeah, I am not a Twilight guy, but if I were, I would definitely be Team Jake.
Okay. Follow up question: is toenail trimming considered a medical procedure?
No, but the
No,
question.
but it can cause medical issues.
But the question was, am I doing it too much? I assume he meant medically speaking. Like, should I
Right.
be worried that I have to trim my toenail so
or is
much?
it that you're taking the time to only?
I mean, I'm
for your
glad that you're
toenails?
grooming. It sounds like you're on top of your
Well
personal
groomed.
grooming.
Right. Yeah.
Um,
My follow-up question: how long are your fingernails? Yeah.
Do you trim those as well?
Yeah. Do you trim those as often? Do you always wear open-toed shoes? Does that make it easier? I would debate. I would win that. Okay. That it is. Okay. Yeah. Probably. Okay. Maybe. Yeah. I guess so.
What?
I said, if we have a debate, I would win that it isn't.
Oh, that it isn't medical?
That it's not medical.
Right. No, I mean, you're right. Clipping toenails is not medical.
Yeah, it's not medical. But let's go ahead and give our.
All right, so
Yeah.
that's it for the show. We'll hang out here for probably a little bit more,
Yeah, for sure.
just to chat with you guys and see what you're up to. But are you looking to start a podcast? Buzzsprout is hands down the easiest and best way to launch, promote, and track your podcast. With Buzzsprout, you'll get a great-looking website, audio players you can drop, detailed analytics, tools to promote, and more. Following the link in the show notes lets Buzzsprout know we sent you. Gets you a $20 Amazon gift card if you sign up for a paid plan, and helps support our show. Let's create something great together with Buzzsprout.
Love it. And I'm a firm believer that a gentleman wears a watch.
Mm.
The art of watchmaking is timeless, boasting science, sophistication, and feats of engineering. Upgrade your gentleman game by checking out the elegant and fashionable collection of watches by Aventino. Aventino watches are simple, their designs go with everything, and their craftsmanship is of the highest standards. Save 15% on your order with the code HOEN15 and join the Aventino lifestyle today.
Aventino.
My watch itself, my Aventino watch, is from the Gemini series. I really like the band.
Oh, I do too. Yeah, that's a really nice band.
Yeah, right. Like it looks like it's better than stainless
Yeah,
steel.
yeah. I'm gonna have to look into that. I know I said that last time, but
Yeah, these are pretty.
I have been thinking
like
about
these.
getting another watch, and might as well get 15% off while you're at it. You
Yes,
get a good
indeed.
quality watch.
It's a nice one. I love
Right.
it. Really.
So, and if you didn't know, Kelly and I, we shot a movie a few years back called The Here and Now, formerly offered on Amazon Prime. It is now exclusively located on the Fourth Wall Players Patreon page, as well as merchandise and behind-the-scenes content. Become a patron today at patreon.com/fourthwallplayers. That's patreon.com/4thwallplayers, all one word.
That's right. And thank you guys for watching. We'll be back again in 2 weeks. With,
probably our usual Thursday time, right?
Yeah, most likely.
Yeah.
Most likely our usual Thursday time. We had, I in particular had a really busy week, and it kept me from. It kept me from being prepared for the podcast.
Life happens.
Life happens.
By the way, we are wanting to start a new segment of our podcast, and it's going to be letting you guys give your own Get to the Point review. So go ahead and feel free to send them in. Where should they email them to?
Well, I think would be easiest is if they post them in the comments of the YouTube videos.
That's great too. Post them in the comments.
Back, even if it's on past episodes, and we'll go back and we'll rehash any Get to the Point reviews.
Right, and so
on the same movies we gave or new ones that we didn't list.
And we'll go ahead and we'll shout out your review, the best reviews that we find on our channel when we're doing our podcast.
That's right. It'll be the segment that comes right before the ads, basically.
Right. Mm-hmm.
There we go. All right.
And Rick is asking some questions, saying some things.
Okay.
What we got?
Let's see. The fingernails break off naturally. I do many things involving digging with my hands. Okay. And I know I'm not a watch wearer, but I don't have anything against watch wearers. I just can't wear them due to the intense digging I do. Totally understand.
Fair enough.
Yeah, fair enough. 2 weeks. That's right. The toenail conversation seems far from over. What type of revolver is that back there on the wall? This is from the Duke. It's not an actual revolver. It's just a ceramic piece. It's got John Wayne on it.
Yeah.
That's all. It's a commemorative thing that I got for my grandpa, who was a huge Western fan. So am I. And so when he died, it was basically re-gifted to me. I re-inherited a gift that I'd given him. So yeah, that's all. It's from the Duke, and that's what it's hanging from is the little sheriff's star.
It does say the Duke.
It does say the Duke. It does. Yeah. Yeah. Do you like Westerns? I'm Rick. Nice. We haven't had a Western episode yet, have we?
No, we are planning on having one. I just need to watch
You're
a few
dreading
Westerns
it.
first.
Yeah, you're dreading it because you have to watch a bunch of Westerns. Yeah.
I do have like a 12-pack Western movie thing, DVD thing at home, so I got something to look at.
Unforgiven is a really fun story.
I have seen Unforgiven.
Yeah, Unforgiven's great. One of my favorites is Lonesome Dove, and on one of the episodes I had reviewed Appaloosa because it's kind of one of those like middling westerns. It's like it's okay, but it's the chemistry between oh good lord,
Viggo Mortensen, or the original one.
Viggo Mortensen, and it's the
is it Ed Harris?
Ed Harris. That was the name I was having trouble coming up with. I never have trouble coming up with Viggo.
I mean, how could you?
Yeah, no. But yeah, Viggo Mortensen and Ed Harris, their chemistry is freaking brilliant. And then not only that, but they got the characters really. So Appaloosa is based on a book series.
Yeah.
They got the characters really well in hand. Like the characters as they are in the book, that's kind of like how you could picture them on screen. So they did a really good job of maintaining who the characters were in the book on screen. So it was pretty fun.
Well, look at that. Hohenheim Productions is doing a live stream.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Oh. I bet I'm Rick's watching.
I'm Rick is our #1 fan. Fan of the month, I guess.
Nice.
Aw, no.
I'm Rick.
I don't want to take that away from Lynn Berthel. She actually is a pretty big fan, too.
I've watched the Eastwood Western many times. Posse is pretty good. Yeah. Oh, it makes no sense until the end, though. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, see, so as in Eastward Westerns, as in his spaghetti trilogy.
Yeah.
I assume is what you mean. Yeah, those are great, too. Fistful of Dollars.
A few dollars more.
A few dollars more, and The Good, the Bad, the Ugly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Most people only know about not most people. A lot
only know of The Good, the Bad, the Ugly.
The Good, the Bad, the Ugly is obviously the
right, the more
most
popular
one.
yeah. Wait, I already got knocked out. No. We're talking about cross-platform as well.
Yeah.
Because we're also live on Twitch, so there's chat going on from Twitch as well.
Right.
It's not filtering into the YouTube. So, yeah, we're live all over the place right now. We're live everywhere.
Everywhere you go.
When my brain started first reading that comment, wait, I already got knocked out of #1 position. I saw got knocked out, and
Then you got up again?
then I got up again, and that's exactly what happened. Was my brain jumped to Chumbawamba, man? Holy crap! Showing my age.
Yeah.
Showing my age for sure. No, you're a #1 fan on YouTube
You're #1 YouTube fan.
right now
Okay.
already, because we don't do very many live streams overall.
Right.
So
There was one guy that's asked us multiple times to review the same movie, or react to a trailer reaction from the same movie.
what's that?
That Our Lady Heaven.
Yeah, no, I know. They
Keep asking us to
on the
react to
sa-
it. We've
right,
done
we've
it.
already done it. Yeah, we've
We did
already
it,
done it.
like,
We've
6
already done
months
that
ago.
one. Yeah. Western Shona on here. YouTube Gringo. Huh. Interesting. And so, what does he do? Does he break down like westerns? Because that's what, like, I feel like that's most of the YouTube content we probably consume is like breakdowns.
That- yeah, about to say, I've never heard of the guy, yeah.
Uh huh. Yeah.
Yeah, I know about Super Carlin Brothers. I know about Nostalgia Critic.
Mm-hmm.
What's that? Movies with Mikey? Is that what that's called? Obviously, CinemaSins.
Okay. Grijingo. Okay. Like Django. And the GR is silent. Jingo Westerns.
Oh, we got another comment.
Books made into movies. Okay. That's like most of
Don't we
90s
have that as one of our
Hollywood.
lists?
No, we have it as one of our
Like upcoming?
like future episodes.
That's
yeah.
a good idea. That's one we definitely want to do.
Uh-huh. Okay. Movie question. Shoot. Oh, it has the movies on there. Okay, nice. Yeah. Sweet.
What?
It's basically the one he's talking about, the Westerns channel.
Uh-huh.
It doesn't.
Oh, it
break
actually
down.
has the
It
full
It
movies?
just has the movies. Yeah.
Oh, sweet. I can go there.
Yeah, books made into movies is one of the upcoming topics. One thing we like to do is we like to find guests that relate to it. So, like for that particularly, I'd like to find a writer, a fellow writer,
Right.
to bring on for that.
Oh, my.
Because we've also got journalism movies, action movies, monster movies, The Walking Dead season 11 in October. Yeah. Law movies, westerns, anime series, war movies,
Mm-hmm.
films of Japan
Yeah.
for Jake,
For Jake.
right? Muslim characters in film,
Yeah.
roles that became caricatures, our favorite roles that became caricatures, favorite final episodes,
Sorry, Scrubs. You're going to be on that list.
our favorite portrayals of people in various industries, like models. That's just one that I have written down. I don't know why
Yeah,
I have
yeah.
other ones. Movies about music, movies about artists. Yeah, sci-fi, which we've already done.
We've done sci-fi,
Well,
but we can do
standalone,
space.
yeah.
We could do
slash
space.
Space.
We could do
We'll try to get Neil
blockbuster
deGrasse
trilogies.
Tyson for that one.
We
yeah.
could do blockbuster series. I mean, there's all. I mean,
Oh
the
yes.
possibilities are endless. What?
Okay, so Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, is it one of Tarantino's best or just mediocre? Man, that depends on who you ask.
Yeah.
Because for me, I kind of idolize pretty much everything Tarantino has done. So to me, like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is like one of the ultimate fantasy films for people from that appreciate an older generation.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I met Ben Cartwright when I was 5. I was at the Astrodrome during a rodeo, and he rode by and asked me my name and age.
What did you tell him?
Yeah, what'd you tell him? What'd you tell him?
Were you still clipping your toenails twice a day back then?
It's a good question. It's a really good question.
It's journalistic integrity, is what it is.
Obscure side characters that need a spin-off. We've done that one.
We've done that one.
Movies about writers. Our favorite black exploit films.
Ew, we got that as an option.
We do.
I
Fantasy
don't know if we're the
worlds.
most qualified for that one.
That's for when we bring Spike Lee on.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, I guess we're good.
Our favorite fantasy worlds to live in.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah,
Ah.
from movies. Our favorite
But
portrayals
so many of them are
police.
dystopian. I don't want to live in a dystopian. I live in a dystopian world.
Favorite portrayals of police. Our favorite reality shows.
Favorite Beverly Hills Cop.
Our favorite reality shows and our favorite game shows are some of the ones. So what we don't have written down here, actually, is books turned into movies.
Awesome. So that's good.
It's written down now.
On the docket.
It's on the docket. Yeah. I was 5 and that it was my birthday. Sweet. I hope he gave you $1 million. Here's the thing. I loved Once Upon a Time the first time I saw it, but recently rewatched and found it average. Yeah. Well, and I think because the first time, especially if you don't know what happens, when the tension is slowly rising throughout the film, that's when like for instance, when Brad Pitt's character goes to the ranch out there where all of the Manson family is living.
Yeah.
Like the first time I saw that, it was incredibly tense, and at the same time you're like, I hope they do attack him. They're going to get their asses whooped. This is going to be like the best action flick ever. And really, it's just foreshadowing of what's to come because he does. And not only that, but like, I already love pit bulls.
Yeah.
So it is very. I mean, it's Quentin Tarantino, of course. It's very long.
Right.
Is the only director I go to theater to see. Man, like for me, I'm just picky about what movies.
Yeah, like I'm a movie by movie guy too.
Yeah,
like I got to be really excited about the film to spend $45 to go see it.
And I forget which one of Tarantino's films when I want to say it was did he do The Magnificent Seven, right?
He did that. The
Pretty
remake
sure.
of that?
Yeah.
Oh no, you're talking about the Hateful Eight.
The Hateful Eight. Yes.
I was about to say.
When he did The Hateful Eight, I was pretty sure he shot that one in like 72 millimeter, old fashioned film.
Yeah.
So you could only go see that in theaters where they,
had that specific setup.
Yeah. Exactly. Yes, exactly. Right, and what you just said. The Mansion Ranch thing was like a horror movie, and you were thinking, "Don't go up there." Is exactly what I said in the Get to the Point review on anything by Quentin Tarantino. Like every single one of his films holds aspects of multiple genres.
Right.
From fetish porn to to drama.
The dang feet, man.
The feet.
Those feet.
He loves those feet. That's for sure. Of course, it's very long. Like, it's part of why Quentin Tarantino. Like, I feel like he doesn't trim any of the fat out of his films, but every scene is there for a reason. Even if it's just because he really likes feet. But not only that,
he does.
But not only that, but he, so for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, I've seen breakdowns of the film and everything else, and like the large majority of the film is just people driving in cars. The large majority of the screen time is just people driving in cars, and it's because he's trying to show us how different things were then. There wasn't the constant access to people. A lot of his memories of his childhood, the best times he had was just riding around in the car in L.A. and blah blah blah. So, no
apologize.
No apology.
That's why we like doing the live. We like speaking to you, the fans.
Exactly, or viewers.
Or viewers.
We don't.
He's
make
a fan,
well,
Rick. Right, Rick? You a fan?
Putting words in his mouth. He's just here.
Okay, I apologize.
He was asking non-medical.
He was asking for non-medical advice.
Yeah, exactly.
Which I can appreciate.
Totally get it. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, and so Quentin Tarantino films, I'm ashamed to say I only recently discovered Portlandia within the past year and a half.
Yeah, I haven't watched it yet. I've heard about it 1,000 times. But
it is some of the best absurdist comedy I think I've ever seen. And so
what's Fred Armisen, right?
Fred Armisen.
Yeah, and he's he's like the face of absurdist comedy, isn't he?
Yeah, right. Yes, he pretty much is. And I mean, and I didn't necessarily know that until what I would say is recently. It was like more like a year ago or
Well,
whatever that I started watching Portlandia.
Yeah, most people our age group stopped watching SNL like after Will Ferrell left. I never stopped,
Yeah.
so I've been exposed to a lot of these people through the years.
Well, I remember Fred from SNL.
Yeah. Mhm.
But it was just more of seeing the writing of Portlandia was crazy. I don't know if you people on YouTube know Tarantino films. Oh yeah, but we work in film.
Yeah.
And we're huge film buffs. You mean speaking to your number one fan? That's right. You sure are.
I told you, called it.
But I think part of the how few people on YouTube know Tarantino films just comes down to the age group. A lot of people are like super young on YouTube. There's
Yeah, they are.
for instance, I'm a moderator on.
I mean, we're not old
Yeah.
by any stretch of imagination.
No, right.
But a lot of people, like, especially the ones that have been on for 10 years, are like 5 years younger than us.
Right. Yeah.
Like-
Yeah. Well, I moderate on the Drip, which is CoffeeZilla's like side channel, and most of his audience, not only is it international,
Yeah.
but they're all so young, like in their 20s, and frankly, attention spans are a lot shorter. You've got Quentin Tarantino movies which never wrap up in an hour and a half.
No.
Ever. Unless you're talking about True Romance, and that wasn't even written by him, right? It was just directed by. So, yeah, like, do I expect them to see Quentin Tarantino films? No. If they did, would they be better for it? Fuck yeah. Fewer streams that I discovered. I'm sure at all. It's probably backwards too. It wouldn't surprise me if
Yeah,
if
we're,
the
because
image is
of
mirrored.
the way that
The image is
camera
mirrored,
hits us,
so-
it's all backwards.
So his says "Steal like an artist."
Mhm.
Mine is Team Zissou from the Life Aquatic.
Yeah.
Basically, a graphic tee that I thought would be appropriate.
Yeah.
Seeing as how it
I
was
can
on
see
here.
why you thought that.
Yeah, because I have Wes Anderson on my list. So why the F
You
not?
got Wes Anderson.
That's all right. I loved it that you started with Best in Show, and it led right into anything by Christopher Guest, because I
Right.
literally listed Best in Show, A
Yeah.
Mighty Wind, Spinal Tap, like the best
Mhm.
mockumentary
Mm-hmm.
ever. They're all great.
All right.
Nope. No, you don't have to go to a doctor. No, you're not. You may not
Don't-
be dyslexic. It's just backwards.
Yeah.
It's all backwards.
Don't waste your money. Don't do
Don't waste your money.
Because they will charge you to say there's nothing wrong with you.
Yeah, just WebMD it.
Yeah.
You're like,
That's
why?
fine.
Why is his shirt backwards? And it'd be like, is it a mirror image?
Yeah.
Boom. And then WebMD were like, also, you probably have Crohn's disease.
Probably.
Because, it's WebMD. So. All right, hold on. Let's see.
So we're about an
Coming up on-
hour, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, 2:58. So we'll probably close out the stream. What I'll do for you, I'm Rick. I don't like to assume, but I'd hope that you have Discord. What you can do is you can join our Discord community
Yeah.
and stay in tune with everything. I'm going to drop the share link for it here in just a second as we wrap up the stream.
No, it's making me so dizzy.
Yeah. But we have, we're still working on more new episodes of probably one of our more popular segments called A Note of Brilliance.
Mm-hmm.
I'll see you in 2 weeks. Give me a call, man. Give me a call. A Note of Brilliance. We break down. Will you explain what Note of Brilliance is while I'm trying to?
While you're trying to do the technical
while
stuff?
I'm trying to do the technical
Yeah,
stuff.
so Note of Brilliance is where we take something that is critically panned as less than good, and we try to cherry pick a specific scene from that less than good movie that when the scene is combined with the score, it is one singular spot of greatness or perfection in said movie. Therefore, it is one note a note of brilliance.
That's right. Yeah, and so we've got some of the movies we've done are Joe Dirt, Four Brothers,
Waiting. Pool Hall Junkies.
Pool Hall
Check
Junkies,
that one
which
out.
is our most popular one.
I did Dirty Work.
And we also did National Treasure.
National Treasure. Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Yep.
All right.
Did you do what was the last one you did with the Matthew McConaughey?
Oh, yeah. Failure to Launch.
Failure to Launch. There
which,
we go.
coincidentally, that episode failed
Failed
to
to
do.
launch.
Yeah.
In a gigantic twist of irony.
Yeah. And Catherine Gibson says, I love the Note of Brilliance videos. So do we.
Yeah.
So do we. They're a lot of fun to do.
We all love them. They are fun.
Yeah, they're a lot of fun to do.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you all for joining us. Thank you to I'm Rick Limberthil and Catherine Gibson for their inputs during the episode.
Yeah.
And we'll see you guys all again in 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Have a good one. Peace.
See ya.